Hello to my collective, welcome back to the channel. This is Reverie Readings and Healings, where I post collective card readings to bring through messages and energies of channeling and activation for the highest and best good of the collective from your higher selves and spirit guides. And today we are doing a pick a card. I say today I'm probably just going to film this intro and pile 1 and film piles 2 and pile 3 on separate days and upload them separately. So once they are uploaded, you'll find links to each pile in the description box. And these cards are from the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. So let's see what we have. For pile 1, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Getting a few different angles of the light here. I have both natural light and ring light going on at the moment because it's very rainy here, so not enough natural light on its own. So Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups upright for pile 2. Loving that. I'm getting such a peaceful energy from that one. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse for pile 3. I like to show you what the card looks like upright so you can be sure to make sense of the image for yourself, especially when it's such a detailed type of artwork as the Shadowscapes deck. Alright, so Knight of Wands in reversed, Queen of Cups upright, and Ace of Cups reverse. Take your time, pause the video if you need to, take some deep breaths or do a brief meditation to feel into your body or your intuition or spirit, or to ask your heart to pull you to which pile or piles has or have messages for you, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, my dear pile number 3. This is your reading if you chose the Ace of Cups in reverse from the Significator cards in the Shadowscapes deck. And here's what it looks like upright. I'm definitely getting some thoughts and ideas already from the Ace of Cups in reverse. The main one that's coming through so far is worry is a misuse of imagination. And before I get into the rest of the thoughts that are starting to come through from just the one card, I want to get some clarification on them by pulling more cards. So I'm shuffling the Shadowscapes deck here. We have 2 coming out together. Eight of Pentacles and Judgment. Judgment is asking to go right there. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles came out in one of the other piles as well. And actually so did Judgment. Judgment, both of them came out in different decks in different piles. So you may find that there are messages for you in the other piles. We have the poppies signifying regrowth after something that has devastated the land. The way that poppies repopulate the ground in a war zone, and similarly the butterfly is emerging from the cocoon. Kind of what comes after Judgment Day energy coming very strongly here. And the Eight of Pentacles reverse message that I'm getting is kind of similar to what came out with that in the other pile. We have the Seven of Wands on the back of the deck. And Seven of Wands energy was also prominent in another pile. Let's see what comes through here. I'm just going to lay this down on its own. Trying to keep the whole deck straight is going to give me nightmares. So, Eight of Pentacles in reverse to me is indicating constriction created by control. So some type of fear or a trigger of desperation, something triggering desperation or despair in your current reality that's really from the past, or something causing you to fear that the worst is happening, or that you're backsliding, or that something is being taken away from you, causing you to tighten around that thing or around yourself, your life force, your life, and to try to save yourself and salvage things by way of control and tightening, when what is needed is actually to loosen and open, and that is also what will allow the Ace of Cups to turn upright so that it can receive. In particular with this group, I am getting receiving new ideas, receiving divine downloads, receiving new inspiration, receiving a flush of new emotions or emotions you haven't felt in a while, to flush out the period of difficulty that you've been through recently. And with the Seven of Wands upright, I'm really getting that you've actually defended yourself extremely well in this recent period of difficulty. That's also why we have the Judgment of upright. We have the butterflies and the poppies emerging rather than having been crushed. So it's time to actually celebrate your wins and congratulate yourself on all that you have made it through and accomplished, rather than get caught up in a web, potentially of your own making, of allowing the things that you wish were different to be so sticky that they have control over you. It doesn't always feel like it, but our focus and where our attention goes is something that we have control over, no matter the situation. And it's time for you, Pile 3, to reclaim that control and to capitalize on it and optimize the benefit that you get from your position of authority, agency, and seniority as the person who takes charge of where your focus goes, where your attention goes. You're the one with the trumpet. You're not being distracted by other people's siren songs. You're the one sounding the call and deciding which direction it points in and what note you're playing. It's all yours. So yes, some cups were spilled, and part of reclaiming your focus is validating your emotions about that, your grief, your sorrow, giving yourself time and space to cry, to vent, to experience the way anger or sorrow moves through your body, and to allow it to do so. Because if you try to bulldoze it or bypass it, it's like trying to steer your boat upstream instead of downstream, and not only that, but with an anchor holding your boat down to the sea floor. And it's important to tend to your boat by lifting the anchor and putting it away properly, doing the emotional maintenance on your system, so that you can then swim away freely, without shackles, without a ball and chain, without the weight of the worlds on your shoulders like Atlas. And making space for that validation and that processing may allow your system to discharge the remainders of the conflict and self-defense energy that are still in your system from how you have beautifully protected yourself and fought for yourself in whatever difficulties you have recently faced. I really do feel that I got the war zone message from the poppies for a reason. Of course, that is part of the meaning of poppies in terms of their symbolism, but that really stood out strongly to me, the poppies growing in the fields where a battle once was fought. And that may be your relationship to your own body shifting, and also to your life in general. You reclaiming your body after traumas have occurred, or after a lifetime of going in and out of self-abuse that has made, that has wrought some devastation on your body. And moving from, whether it is your body, your life, or both, moving from that relationship of, okay, in order to reclaim this, I now have to defend myself fiercely, moving through that to, okay, that energy is at my beck and call for when I need it. I've shown myself that I am my own advocate, and I will stand up for myself whenever needed. I'm ready to do so. And right now, I am not being threatened. And I can put the weapons down, lay my sword down, cease fire, and cease trying to control at the expense of my own life force and my own vitality. Sometimes when we put on that leash of control, we really only have the choke collar on ourselves. It's really the internalization of those control tactics that were used against us by other people who were abusive, or situations that were violent, and that were lose situations. So with this array of cards, you're moving through and from that energy and reclaiming your power to appreciate yourself and the things you love about yourself and your life right now, is spinning that vortex of your attention. Yeah, that was a big part of pile one's energy, was being at a moment where you're going from, in the transition from a downward spiral to an upward spiral. So there is an overlap between those two energies of pile one and pile three in that regard. And by choosing to focus on what you love about yourself especially, but also about your life and about life in the world in general, zoom out as much as you need to remember how much you love the stars or the adorable animals that don't even exist where you are but are on the other side of the world, remembering those things that you love about this life. There's an Andrea Gibson poem. I love the poetry of Andrea Gibson, and there's a poem called Birthday that you might find cathartic to listen to. The line that has gotten the most famous from it is, "I love this life in spite of my clenched fist." And this release from the Seven of Wands energy into turning the Ace of Cups and Eight of Pentacles upright is unclenching that fist so that your palms are open to receive, and so that your energy is free to be directed into the diligent work ethic and studies that will actually pay off for you, as opposed to that work ethic being directed at beating yourself up and constricting your options to only what you have been told or think you should do. Opening the schema up for a wealth of imagination. The goldfish represent abundance here, and the way that they're streaming into the cup represents this wealth and world of imagination at your fingertips, available to you if you're able to kind of take some sighs and step back and sit back, relax for a little bit, soothe your nervous system so that it's open and available for soaking in the rich and juicy goodness that is available to you in your life right now, and that having a more open stance and vibration will make available to you as you create that upward spiral momentum. It feels really important to mention something that actually came through as a guidance from Spirit earlier today for me, which is that we actually aren't going far enough in sort of the quote-unquote spiritual field or community when we simply say healing is not linear. It's also not meant to be all progress all the time. You're actually supposed to have times when you feel like you're going backwards. That's actually part of the process. It's not even remotely a sign that things are going wrong. For so many reasons, new layers of old things are always being revealed. The past has to tug us back in order to show us what things that happened to us in the past still need healing. Our body and our being have to pull our hands back to our hearts to show us here in your heart is where you need compassion and tenderness and nurturing from yourself. Here is where I need you. And also because of all the gold that is buried in those past versions of yourself underneath the trauma, the good things about those versions of yourself, the gifts they have, the abilities they hold the keys to or simply hold. The suppressed riches along with the suppressed. The suppressed riches get buried under that thick layer of ice of the trauma. And as it thaws, the riches come to the surface. And that requires feeling. So a willingness to feel is a key part of the Ace of Cups training upright. And part of it is remembering that all feelings are temporary. Okay, I'm being guided to move on to new cards and other layers of your message. I'm being drawn to the Energy Oracle deck, and I sound surprised about that because I haven't used it in a hot minute. Okay, Energy Oracle deck. Here's what that looks like if you have not seen it before. Spirit guides, higher selves, pile 3. Actually guiding me to pull the card right off the top. Healer of the Ages, number 51. There we go. Healer of the Ages. And they're guiding me to read the description for this one before I pull any more cards. Number 51. And your spirit guides are gathering around us with this hushed reverence and awe and prayer hands. And this beautiful, quiet hum, like that's toning and chanting to provide a clarifying, clearing, cleansing, restorative vibration from that that they are surrounding and enveloping us in, and to hold a safe space for your healing at this moment. May your healing be brought about through and as a result of this reading. Amen and Aho. So we have health and vitality as the keywords for this card. This powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hands and heart, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. I was just interrupted in reading this to be told that some of you do work very closely with Jesus as a spirit guide, and he is coming through with and for you right now with the light of Source in his palms, and is looking to place those palms of healing on your heart. If any of you do not relate to working with Jesus as a spirit guide, this may be coming through to you specifically as a different spirit guide, but this is Christ consciousness, Christ love, Source, God love, healing energy coming through to you as part of this reading, which this video is charged with and activated with to activate in you, to activate you to receive. So take a few deep breaths to allow anything that is not serving you at this time to wash away, and anything that might be blocking you from accepting this healing to wash away. And take a few more deep breaths to accept, if you choose to, with your free will, the healing to your heart and to your gut and to your whole being, your solar plexus, your free will, your heart center, and your root chakra I'm being drawn to, but your whole being, your connection with the earth, your connection with your higher self, and everything in between, your connection with yourself and with others, to allow them all to be, to allow all these aspects and facets of you to be open to and then receive and be imbued with and infused with deep, profound, golden healing energy, white gold, Christ light, healing energy from Source, God, and the universe, and from your spirit guides, including highlighted among them Jesus Christ. Allow this healer of the ages to bring into the center of your being a healing of the ages for your benefit. Just like in this image, I'm seeing and feeling a golden white light growing at the center of your heart, and also at the bridge between the heart and the solar plexus. And I'm seeing your spirit guides charging this ball of light so that it unfurls and expands to permeate more and more of your cells, your spine, your tissues, organs, arms and hands, neck and head, eyes and ears, your connection up through the crown chakra to source and to your higher self, and your connection inward to your body, to your hips, to your gut, your intestines, your solar plexus, your sacrum, your pelvis, becoming a rich golden orange as this light emanates through the pelvis, and as it continues to grow in the heart chakra, or it does continue to grow in the heart chakra, the throat, and the jaw, and the solar plexus, as it also shines down through the hips and legs, the knees, ankles, really cleaning out all the joints, especially those ankle joints, and shining down through the feet, heels, tarsals, and toes. And especially healing the throat chakra right now. And being immersed in the glowing white gold light of nature energy, you might find your inner being and or your guides offering you a place of sanctuary, such as used in shamanic journeying, where you envision yourself in a clearing in a forest with a stream running through it, bathing in a holy stream, as this source light, this holy energy washes away. Some of you may relate, because this word is coming through. If you are triggered by this word, just let it go. But some of you may relate to it washing away your sins. And if you don't relate to that, simply washing away resistance and any dregs of anything left over from the past that is no longer serving you. Any grime, any feeling of any part of you being stained, those stains being soaked out, and those feelings, potentially feelings of shame and worthlessness going along with those feelings of being stained. I'm being shown parts of your energy body actually being wrung out, like a cloth that has been soaked in the holy water. As the cloth is wrung out, as those tissues are wrung out, the stain leaves and is dissolved by the water. Just dripping away with no effort on your part, completely effortlessly. This is by far the most healing that Source Spirit and Spirit Guides have offered me and my collective through this channel so far. So I truly hope this is benefiting you. And I'm feeling a deep peace washing through the body, especially through the lower root chakra, the lower earth chakra, sometimes called the earth star chakra, connecting the root chakra and the earth, allowing there to be no obstacles or obstructions between your connection, between you, your body, and this planet. Allowing for free exchange of energy between your cells, tissues, and incarnation, and the cells, tissues, and incarnation of this planet, Mother Gaia. And allowing a free flow of gratitude from your being, your root, through your lower root into Mother Gaia, thanking her, thanking the planet. For absorbing and transforming that which we let go of, and for replacing what we let go of with an influx of fresh, renewed earth energy. And opening yourself to receive that too. And as you feel the earth energy stream up through the toes, feet, ankles, calves, shins, and knees, thighs, hips, sacrum, and pelvis, allow that earth energy to flow cleansingly and restoratively, nourishingly up through the spine, through the tissues around the spine and the organs, into the ribs, the diaphragm, the lungs, shoulders, and heart, up through the remainder of the spine, into the neck, the base of the skull, the throat, the jaw, the third eye, the brain tissues, and the top of the head, all the way up to your soul, your higher crown chakra and its connection to your soul. Feel that stream of consciousness complete and click into place as you transmit earth energy through your being all the way from the bottom up through the top. And feel Source embrace you around your heart, your arms, letting your shoulders drop, letting your worries and cares go, unclenching your hands, unclenching and untensing your tongue, and your jaw, and your face. And feel a beautiful rainbow of light, of source light, source energy, unfurling through your consciousness, through your being, and through your body. A full humming rainbow of light. You are the rainbow bridge between your higher consciousness and the earth. Thank you for being here. And I'm being shown, and you maybe hold this as well, as you draw attention to the light of your higher crown chakra, where you connect to your higher self and source. See your higher self emerging from this light like a figure walking towards you, from a path of light that was so blindingly bright that you could not see them until they got this close. And see your higher self dropping down into your body. Your human consciousness and your higher consciousness becoming one. The embrace of the love of your higher self, wrapping you up so completely that no cell is left behind. No piece of yourself is left behind. No piece of yourself is unloved or unembraced here. Notice if your higher self is drawing anything to your attention, any aspect of yourself, of your higher self, or any piece of information or wisdom they are wanting to drop into you. Potentially drawing your attention to a part of yourself that you have not appreciated before, that they actually want to show you how amazing it is. Potentially drawing your attention to a part of your being, in body or in spirit or in heart, that they are giving some healing or some sprucing up to, so that you can fully witness and integrate that healing with your conscious presence, awareness, and mind, and your conscious choice to love this part of you or these parts of you. The most healing choice in the world, most healing thing you could ever do for anyone, to choose to love these parts of yourself that have been neglected, that have been abandoned, and that have been unloved, that have been starved. To choose to rehabilitate them with your free will, not to force anything or to bring about a certain outcome that you think should happen, but simply because you care about how they feel. Because it matters to you that they feel unloved, abandoned, neglected. And it matters to you that you have the power, that you can bring about them feeling loved, wanted, cherished. Wanted is coming through again. And belonging. And feeling the opposite of starved, feeling full, feeling content and at peace instead of having to claw for survival. Some of you will benefit from picking up pen and paper and journaling what you have experienced in this healing session today. You may notice new facets of it, or a deeper layer of integration and of these healing energies soaking in, becoming available to you by taking the time to marinate in it, by writing about it, or simply by taking a nap or taking a meditative walk, or mindfully cooking your dinner after this, or simply staying in meditation. I've had small pieces of healing come through readings before, but I've never had a reading simply turn into a guided meditation. But this is what is being channeled as needed by this pile at this time. Restoration, renewal, love and hope. Time and space to receive and to integrate the shifts that you have brought about by your hard work your fierce fighting, your diligence. You have battled long and hard for these shifts, and it's time right now to experience peace on all levels of your being. I'm being drawn to complete reading the description of the Healer of the Ages card. I'm going to restart it since I had only read 2 sentences. The light, it could be delight too. The light or delight of divine consciousness pours from this powerful being's hands and heart, bringing the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. This spirit guide I'm being shown, separate from continuing to read the description, is encapsulating your whole being in a sphere capsule of divine light, liquid light, just like you are in the womb with the liquids of nutrients coming through the umbilical cord to nourish your being. You're in this capsule of liquid light, nourishing your being, where it has been starved for so long and in so many places, and potentially in many ways. Rehabilitation through light healing is here now. You may have felt this strong presence recently, the description continues to say, or you may just be opening to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. And the spirit guides that are with us now are emphasizing the deepest level. You're healing at the deepest level, the deepest fractures in your being and your connection to yourself, and your connections among different parts of your being, and your connection to your higher self and your highest self or selves, and the highest self of all of us, Source, is being healed. For many of you, this is integrating clearings and healings that you have done recently on the area of self-trust. Clearing those blockages to self-trust has opened you to this connection, being healed on the deepest level to yourself and to God, Source, the universe, your highest self. Take some time to regroup and put your own healing first. Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns, call upon the Healer of the Ages to bring his or her or their energy to the issues you are working on. Quiet your mind and feel his vibration, bringing you warmth and healing light, clearing away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation and be patient, yet also know that divine love can heal you in the blink of a belief. Affirmation: the powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I am whole, healthy, vital, and at peace. I'm going to hold this affirmation up to the camera. The powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I am becoming whole, healthy, vital, and at peace, more and more with every breath. I'm being guided as we marinate in this healing energy without pulling you out of this meditative healing state to draw another card from the Energy Oracle deck. The Sun. Yes, soaking in all of the healing of the elements of the sun, the literal sunlight, nature, go out in nature to be recharged and refilled. Revitalization is your guidance at this time. This revitalization, this restoration through meditation, through time in nature, and through allowing Source and your spirit guides to refill your well from the deepest level all the way up to the surface, is what is going to make it possible for you to refocus your thoughts on the positive, on appreciation, on the thoughts of appreciation and gratitude and approval and love that bring you closer to the vibrations that you are also wishing to bring in and manifest. It is your time to receive, Pile 3. It is your time to receive. That is what all of these energies are about, and it is being announced and heralded by the angels with the Judgment card. We also have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So call upon the archangels and be shrouded in their wings and their light as you marinate in this healing and as you go about your day and as you sleep. Call on the angels and archangels to surround you in their feathers, in their light, and in the love of God, Source, the universe, and of your higher self and your spirit guides. Call upon these angels and archangels, and specifically this archangel, to mend any fractured connections within the bridge of your 6th chakra between you and your divine knowing. Self-trust message is coming through again. Your third eye is integrating your ability, your new levels of ability, your newfound ability to trust your own perception of reality and yourself in general, with those healings on self-trust having come through before. And that is also why you're being called to this deeper level of releasing control and surrendering to the flow that we spoke about at the beginning, because of the mending in the area of self-trust that you are currently undertaking and receiving. The self-trust healing also plays into and is connected to your healing in the area of being able to receive and to have, to bask and soak in what you receive and what you have, and to be open to receiving good things without blockages coming from any beliefs in not being able to trust yourself with these things, or not being deserving, or needing to earn or maintain a certain rigid type of posture in life in order to deserve such things, or needing to work to the point of burnout with the 8 of Pentacles reversed to deserve such things. This is what you are recovering from and what you are stepping into. And I'm seeing you stepping into a divine spotlight, like sliding into that waterfall or that stream in that shamanic healing realm, that place that is all yours. This specific divine stream or waterfall of nectar, of life force, is all yours. Your soul is yours, not anybody else's. This stream of consciousness of life force is your soul stream, emanating from the greater ocean of Source liquid light into the individuation of your specific consciousness. And you deserve it. At some point in your life, you may have felt locked out of it, and this is your time stepping back into it. You may have gotten tastes of it in the past, But now it is time for you to live in this stream of your soul and to trust it, to trust yourself. You may have times when part of yourself goes out of alignment with that stream, and that's okay. You can simply gently bring it back. Now that you've done it, you can do it again. It's like how when your pet, for example, a dog goes towards something that is not good for them, you simply gently bring them back rather than yanking the chain or beating them up for it. This is how you treat yourself as well, and how you bring yourself back to your own source of nourishment and of goodness. Another card is coming through from the Energy Oracle. Okay, two are coming out together. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and the Thinking Man. We have more representations and confirmation of the golden light, the white golden light permeating your being, and of the renewal following the cleansing of any experiences of shame or unworthiness. And we have the renewal represented in this clear quartz crystal that this Thinking Man is contemplating. We have a reminder with the feathers and the crystal and the Thinking Man of the renewal available to you at any time through meditation, through your own breath and your being, to tap into your own divine source stream of consciousness and into this divine healing that you've just experienced today. It is eternal. That means it never turns off. It never goes away. It never abandons you. It never runs out. You don't have to save it for later. You can tap into it at any time. It never runs out. This waterfall is eternal. And your physical incarnation is a crystallization of the liquid light that is this divine waterfall, this soul stream of consciousness that you are, streaming forth from source into your individual incarnation, into your being, your unique essence, which is so uniquely beautiful, just like every point of crystal is so unique in purpose, in function, in form, in essence, in vibration, and is uniquely worthy rather than being less or more worthy than its cousins, the other crystal points. We do not think of one crystal point as deformed as opposed to another. We do not think of one species of tree as deformed in contrast to another. And you are just like this, rich in your own individuated, abundant beauty, purpose, and worth. And again, with the folding you in imagery, we have the garment of Ariel and the feathers of Metatron, folding you into their embrace, nurturing, loving, restoring. I'm being guided to read the description for the Thinking Man, or at least part of it. We're going to see what comes through. Let's see. The affirmation for the Thinking Man is the main part of the description coming through. It says, I am willing to learn new things. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. This sense of opening to receiving new positive experiences that validate that you are safe in the world and safe to be yourself and to receive good things. To have fun and play and receive positive energy, love, positive focus, positive regard, approval. It is safe for you to receive those things. And we ask Spirit the minds of pile 3 to truly be opened and shifted to that safety to receive, ability to receive good things. And I'm being told to just read the rest of the upright description as well. For some of you, this is a reflection of your spirit guide because it does say male of wisdom or understanding. It says, this card shows a man standing before an archway gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is a thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. But be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. Learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. So it is a strong dual message about this spirit guide or spirit guides being available always for you to tap into and receive healing, love, energy, nourishment, and guidance from. And they're being part of the vitality, part of the importance and significance of you healing this openness and trust at this time is so that you are open to new connections that are becoming available to you that will be of assistance to you in some way, providing information, resources, mentorship, encouragement, support in some way. Someone who is going to be part of leading you in a new direction or farther down a path that is not new to you but that you thought might no longer be available to you. And this is part of why letting go of, I'm being shown a new dimension to the message of the Ace of Cups reversed. You've been letting go of past connections that it was difficult to let go of, perhaps because it did not seem that anyone else would ever come in to replace them, or that anyone else could ever understand you the way those people did. Perhaps it didn't seem that anyone else could ever love you or know you or see you the way that they did. Perhaps it didn't seem that it was possible to let anyone in ever again. But it has felt like letting go of love, like emptying your heart of the love that you had, but it was necessary in order to flush out the wounds, potentially the debris, the old programming, patterning, and beliefs. And now you're being refilled from empty and wrung out to restored and vital with purpose, recharged in the sun and the fire and the water and the air, recharged by the healer of the ages with this healing of the ages. Given new peace. And from this place of restoration, you have discovered the safety to open up to new opportunities and new connections, and they will be of great service to you. They will be people who see great value in you with the way this thinking man is contemplating the crystal. They will see you for more than just what you bring that is of value. They will see you as a person, a soul, and they will see the worth inherent in that and see the gifts of value that you bring to the table and the opportunity for them to bring some sort of value or enhancement to you as well. The feathers in the cap are signifying divine angelic guidance and divine angelic protection. They're also signaling the way that you two to each other will be as feathers in the cap. Like, when someone gets a new feather for their cap, they've got a new accomplishment. That's what that's a metaphor for, or an idiom for in English. but you'll also be more than that, also deeper than that, because there is contemplation and reflection and lasting crystalline value and depth of thought and of perception here. We also have the lasting structures with the archways. There is more guidance available to you now than ever before. Any last closing messages for pile 3? Spirit guides, healer of the ages. The healer of the ages is placing his hand on the back of my heart. For me, it is Jesus. It may be a different spirit guide for some of you, an archangel, a monk, a Buddhist spirit guide. They're placing their hand on the back of your heart and on the front of your solar plexus, on your back between your shoulders and on your front above your navel. Sealing in the healing that they have done with you today. Sealing in your love and self-worth. Sealing in the mending of bridges and of connections. On this web of connections that we have reflected in the wings and the web here. Within your being. And those connections being safely established and healed will make it feel clear and safe and open for you to open up to and establish new connections with the external and people outside of yourself as well. Thank you so much for being here, pile 3. May this healing be a blessing and a boon to you at this time, and may it be something you can revisit in the future through your own meditation or potentially by revisiting this video. May you know that this lake of stillness, peace, and power is within you always, for you to cleanse and replenish yourself in. Eternal, whole and unending lake of the healing waters. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time, pile 3.